the best and the cheapest metro regions to start building your real estate empire. Now, have you been looking to start your real estate empire, but you're not quite sure where to begin or to build your kingdom of rental properties? Have a little bit of sticker shock with the prices that you're seeing in your local town? Well, don't fret. I'm going to talk about the best metro regions in the United States to begin piecing together a real estate empire. After introductions, of course, I'm Derek West, host of Finance Squared. And if you're the kind of person who loves learning about real estate or stocks or crypto or all of the above, then you've found the right place. Leave a comment with the area where you live at and the home prices in that area. And while you're at it, lovingly, tenderly, ever so gently, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It, of course, is much appreciated. So, home prices in the United States are pretty crazy. Right now. The median home price has eclipsed $350,000, and it's been trending in that direction for a while now. And I'm not just talking about in and around New York, Los Angeles, or San Francisco. Practically everywhere in the country, the price of real estate is through the roof. Well, with the exception of the places I'm going to talk about in this video. But anyone can just give you a list of the cheapest places to buy homes in the United States. Nope. I'm going to tell you the best places to buy a home in the U.S. that are also a good spot for rental property ownership. In other words, next to a growing metropolitan region with an educated young workforce that is near important amenities that will help your investment to grow. Talk about providing value. So I'll explain the criteria for how I chose each of these hotspots as I list them out. And these places are in no particular order. In other words, they're all great places to buy and own rental property. Some might be slightly better than others, but that is all dependent on the type of property that you're looking to own, as well as your long-term rental property ownership strategy. But without further ado, let me start off this list with Akron, Ohio. When you're looking for a place to start investing and building a real estate empire, if you have meager means to start out, you want to find a place that can fit your budget, but at the same time, be moving in the right direction and have all the signals that you can make a profit and cash flow with your property. And Akron is that kind of place. Why? The residents of Akron have seen their unemployment rate drop to 4.8%, which is beginning to approach their pre-pandemic numbers, with strong growth in the construction, leisure, hospitality, information, and professional business service sectors. All those sectors are known to pay their employees pretty well, and thus your renters should have the capital to be on time with the rent. But not only do you want to own property in a place where the employees are well paid, you want to own property in a place where there is little to no stigma when it comes to renting a house. That is often not talked about in training for rental property ownership, particularly if you're going after the single-family marketplace. Multifamily properties, there is almost no stigma for renting in just about any place in the country. But when it comes to single-family ownership, in some places, that stigma is there. But in Akron, despite having a median listing price of less than $110,000, a sizable percentage of residents rent their homes. In addition to that, monthly rents for 3-bedroom properties have increased 10% year over year, while the price of the middle price tier home in Akron has increased by 18.9%. And then we have Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, like Akron, is a city where, despite a relatively cheap median sales price, even though it's been starting to creep up a little bit, despite that, nearly half of the residents of that fine town rent their homes. Again, providing you, the real estate entrepreneur, with plenty of opportunity to get your portfolio started. The population of Huntsville is 215,000 people. The home prices have risen 15.6% year over year. The median rent is $827. Like I mentioned, about 43% of residents rent the homes they live in, and the median household income comes out at about $55,000. The industry of Huntsville includes rocket propulsion research for NASA and the U.S. Army, but also auto manufacturing, including a Toyota motor manufacturing plant and a Mazda Toyota manufacturing plant located close by in Greenbrier. And then we have Tampa Bay, Florida. People have been moving to Florida like crazy over the last couple of years or so, and who can blame them? Nice sunshine and warm weather all year round, budget-friendly tax policies, and nice cost of living across the entire state. However, if you're looking to invest in property in Florida, you have to look closely, particularly if you're just getting started. Tampa is home to nearly 385,000 residents in its city and over 3.2 million residents in its metropolitan area. Thanks to all the people moving in, the home prices in Tampa have gone up 31.5% year over year, while average rent has grown by 29% over that same time period. Close to half of Tampa residents rent the home that they live in, just like Akron and Huntsville. And there are some neighborhoods where 80% of households rent their domicile, including downtown Tampa, the West Riverfront, and the Ybor City Historic District. It's almost like a mini Manhattan on the west coast of Florida. The city of Tampa itself is the fastest growing city in the metro area, posting a growth rate of 27% from 2010 to 2020. If trends continue at about the same as the current rate, Tampa's population is projected to be about 500,000 compared to 385,000 today. The economic recovery since the pandemic has been very strong in Florida, and Tampa is no exception. Unemployment in the area has shrunk to 3.4% in January of 2022, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Employment in the region is made up from the professional and business service sectors, which tend to pay their workers in the higher salary ranges. So that's something you definitely want to look for when you're looking for a spot to invest in real estate properties. And next up, we have Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Well, it's quickly becoming the place to be if you're someone who's going places, but at the same time, you still want to maintain a reasonable budget and lifestyle for yourself. It's of course known for its shimmering hotels and lively attractions, and being the place where everyone in the country and practically the whole world goes when they want to have a good time. Las Vegas, just like Akron and Tampa, is a place where there is no stigma when it comes to renting your single-family residence. In fact, in some neighborhoods and suburbs, there are more renters than homeowners. And overall, 41% of households in the metro area rent their home. Much like the rest of the country, in Las Vegas, rents have been going up. For example, rents for a 3-bedroom property have gone up 23% year over year. Admittedly, the median for sale price of a home in Las Vegas is kind of pricey, at about $420,000. Also, much like the rest of the country, the price of homes in Las Vegas has gone up, coming in at just over 30% year over year. The good side for the real estate investor is that median rents have been increasing, coming in at $1,102 a month. Median household income in the metro area comes in at around $56,000 per year. Next up on this list, we have the fine city of San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is a fine town, and one that I proudly called home for about 7 years. And I can tell you that it is a fantastic place to start your real estate investing career. Why is San Antonio such a good place to invest in real estate? Well, like the other places on this list, residents of San Antonio are not shy about renting where they live. And the population has been growing steadily year over year since 2010. But it's not just that the population has been growing. It has been growing richer as well. The number of high-paying jobs, not just above average, but high-paying jobs with salaries of $100,000 a year or greater, has increased by 160% between 2015 and 2020. As a former resident of San Antonio who landed a 6-figure job, I can personally testify to that trend. Home prices in the San Antonio area have been increasing year over year as well. Also, the value of mid-price tier homes increased by 27%, and the median rent for a 3-bedroom home increased 17% over the past year. Now, if you're looking to start out a rental investment portfolio, San Antonio has become a little bit pricey. Still, its other advantages make it a very compelling place to pick up some real estate and get started on your journey. The median sales price of a home in San Antonio comes to $380,000 a year. Now, this has increased 6.7% year over year. The median rent in San Antonio is about $917 a month. And renter-occupied households, well, that's about 55%. And the median household income comes in at around $58,991 a year. I'm only getting started with this list. There are several other really great metropolitan regions to start your real estate investing empire. But this video is starting to get a little long, and I need to make sure I get content out to you guys consistently. So I'm going to put the second part of this list of great towns in my next video. So be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss it when it drops. And I do post videos on a weekly basis. Trying to get to daily, but content creation ain't easy, so bear with me, folks. Also, leave a comment if you're from one of these metropolitan regions and you can scout out some real estate. Am I on the money with my assessment, or am I way off? Remember to like the video if you liked the video. And if you didn't like the video, leave a comment telling me where exactly I went off the rails. And remember, a goal without a plan is a wish. A goal with a plan and no action. That's a wish list. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.